been ready.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the goddamn Beardman Reviews. This week, we're going to review the NBA Finals. Hasn't started yet, and we're all going to cast our votes on that. But that is to come at the end of this episode. Before we get there, I want you guys to go down and hit the like.
Over there.
Hit that motherfucking share button.
That's in the
subscribe.
Middle. That's over there on the right.
And don't forget to hit that little dingle bell over there so that it'll let you know when we post and shit.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, and then find me in the comments so I can tell you how dumb you are if you think the Celtics ain't winning.
Down below.
This week, we will be drinking a fucking delicious one-time-a-year release beer. This is the 2022 release of Fort George's three-way IPA. We did last year's, and I believe we did the year before that. I'm not entirely sure.
Is this the same mixture in a different can?
Different.
Then how do
every
you know
year.
that it's delicious if it's a one-time a year and it's the first time we've done this?
Because they've never once have they ever hit a strike.
Because he's a Fort George fucking fan.
I'm calling shenanigans.
They're clearing the fence with every one of these beers.
One of our wonderful viewers out there, click the link up here in the right-hand corner and check out the Fort George episode from the last time we did this, and let me know if we're drinking the exact same thing we drank last year.
I'm just going to say we've done Fort George like 5 times now.
No, they changed the can up, but I think
they change the can every year. So what it is it's a three-way collaboration. Okay, so what they do is they have Fort George is the only reoccurring element to this beer. All right, so Fort George finds 2 breweries that they like and they think are the shit, and they all collaborate on a beer that they're going to make. They generally pick a hop each, and a couple years ago, I think it was either last year or the year before, they did 3 different variations of it where each hop that they picked would be the main hop. Like, Brewery 1 picked Strata hops, Brewery 2 picked Amarillo hops, and those would be the dominant hops in those ones. This one here, they're going old school with this one. All right, so hold on, let me pour this out for you.
It's PBR.
While you're doing that, it denotes here, this limited edition seasonal is a collaboration between Alvarado Street Brewery, shout out to them.
Hell yeah.
Ravenna Brewing Company, and Fort George. Hence the 3-way. You can't go wrong with 3-ways.
Now,
get trio. Consent.
All you beer nerds out there, if you'll notice the color of this beer, it is not
like
hazy. It is like nearly see-through West Coast style IPA.
That is a great urine sample look.
Now, let me tell you a little something. This is straight from their website, you guys. So it says, we thought, we fought, we took votes, we did blind testings, we did sniff tests, we did lab tests, color tests, speed tests, and intelligence tests. After months of conversation with our friends at Ravenna and Alvarado Street, nostalgia for bygone days of a more see-through beer has won. This year, 3-way IPA is a West Coast style IPA. 2022's 3-way IPA is an explosion of fruity juice flavors with all the bright clarity of a West Coast IPA and the rich, smooth texture. It retains a perfectly creamy white head through all the sips.
Creamy head.
That's pretty nice, right? Now, generally, I've told you guys before, if you go on the website, you can look up the code on the bottom of the can, and they'll tell you everything that goes into that. For some reason, I'm having a real hard time finding that. I think they may have taken that feature off the app so people will stop biting their gimmick of what they're doing and trying to replicate their beers.
On the bottom of this can, it has the date and the timestamp, and then number 324, and it says, it's that time of year.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
So it's that time of year is what you're looking for. There's going to be a phrase or a keyword on the bottom of these guys that tell you which exact blend of this variation
Look
of
at
beer
you
it is.
talking like you're some sort of a beer expert, like you have a podcast that talks about beer.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Like I said, their website was kind of shisty with the details, so I had to do a little digging and find the information on this one. And it all started out, they had a hazy and they had the West Coast style, and that's what they're talking about. They did the tests on, right? So the common theme between the two of them was that they used Strata hop oil and experimental hops HBC 586. Those were in both of them. The only difference between the two of them was the yeast that they used. All right, so they ended up going with, as I said earlier, the West Coast style IPA, and it says it's coming with some fruit salad characteristics, flavors of tropical fruit, citrus, and berries. They use Amarillo, Nelson, and Dee's favorite, the Chinook hops.
Chinook. For all my Chinookers out there.
That's right. And I'm telling you, this fucking beer is beyond good.
Yes. Now, it's listed as a West Coast hazy. This has very juicy IPA notes in it.
Yeah, so like,
and I know that from all the damn IPAs that we drank on this fucking podcast.
It's not a hazy, it's the West Coast style. West Coast style is like, they used to be a lot more bitter, and then they started figuring out that you can put the fruit notes in if you put the right hops in there.
So it leans it more over to the juicy side.
That's right, yeah, it's more juicy than anything, yeah.
I know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
I'm somewhat of a beer expert on the internet.
this is how much you've learned in our time here. Most people out there, you think IPA, you're like, no, tastes like a mouthful of pills. But no, it doesn't. They have these.
For some people, that's actually a selling point.
A mouthful of pills?
A mouthful of pills. You ever put some, Vicodin in your mouth when you had like broken an arm or something, and you got pain pills prescribed to you from a doctor?
You take all prescription drugs as directed by your physician.
That's what I'm saying. Like you put it in your mouth and you forgot to get like your little cup of water to take it with you. Oh shit! And it's sitting in your mouth while you get the cup of water. You know what I'm saying?
Back to my previous point. Take as directed. It says with water, with food.
That's right.
Pushing it up in your mouth.
Not without food or water.
As directed.
Right.
Hashtag as directed.
Yeah, that's no fun.
But yeah, there's definitely a major difference between juicy and hazy IPAs. That is for sure, and it's a fine line. But you'll find it someday once you get a sophisticated palate.
Yeah, once you refine that palate.
I think I remember a day where you didn't like IPAs at all, and you're coming around now. You're starting to like
go
them.
back. I mean,
I've heard that it changes.
So mad every time I bring an IPA in.
You can't go all the way back, but you go back as far as you possibly can on the YouTube, down there in the videos, and you can go back to the very first time we tried IPAs.
This man is
I hated IPAs when we first started this, and now I catch myself in the store and I'm like, that one's actually really good. That one. These guys make some really good stuff here. I'm actually helping people out in the beer aisle at Safeway and shit, and they're like, how the fuck do you know
work
that?
here?
I'm
like, nah,
man, I do a podcast. Here's my business
Here's
card.
a card.
Yep.
Look at that. With that little
Have a sticker
can
too.
up there.
That is a cool
But yeah, they come up with different art on this thing every time they come out with an IPA or a three-way. It's a new art, and they have
Patrick Long did the illustration on this one, and designed by Plasm. I don't know if that's a euphemism or a pseudonym, but
makes me want to go jump in a pool.
for sure.
They're all blowing something.
yeah, they all look like pool toys.
That's why Daniel got it. They're all blowing something.
Yep,
Hey, whoa, guys, knock it off, all right?
Hey, we've already talked about the creamy. We've already talked about the
Jeez.
creamy head and the mouth feels. And,
Whoa. All right, back on topic, guys. This is Beard Man Reviews, not the goddamn beer of the week.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
This week we're going to be reviewing the NBA Finals. We got the Golden State Fuckboys going up against my guys, as you can tell from the attire from Boston. We got the goddamn Celtics, the best team in the history of fucking basketball.
From Boston.
Right?
From Boston.
So
Why are we
I'll
doing
give you
Sam
guys a little
Adams?
bit of
Because it's terrible.
a little bit of info on both of the teams here. So as soon as the Warriors won the Western Conference Championship, they were declared a 160-point betting favorite over whoever won the Eastern Conference Finals. All right, and that kind of rubs me the wrong way. You can't say that no matter who wins that shit, they're gonna win. Sure,
I mean,
all right.
you can when you're talking about Golden
So,
State.
All of the pretty much every casino you go to, anywhere you can place bets, they've got odds stacked for the Golden State Warriors, and that's fine. It's a safe bet. The guys that have been there 5 times in the last 6 years.
Had you done your due diligence, we could have worked in a great spot for my bookie into this segment here.
In the state of Washington, we can't use that because it's online betting. We have to go in to the casinos and find the MGM Sportsbook at EQC in Tacoma.
We need a
Also
friend in the casino business to work in bets.
The Muckle
But Vegas aside, they're a bunch of fucking idiots, all right? So the real experts, like ESPN's analysts
And us.
and they've gone through and they've crunched numbers. They have all these new metrics. I've talked about them a couple of times, and it's some silly, weird, scientific nerd shit that I don't fully understand. But one of them says that the Celtics has an 80% chance to win the finals. Another one says 85%, and another says 86%, which I don't know where they're coming up with these numbers. I'm a Boston Celtics fan, and I'm not even going to be that much of a homer to say that we've got an 80% chance of winning this. We're playing against the fucking Warriors, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. These motherfuckers are pure scorers, all right?
You realistically have a 50-50 chance.
That's what I'm giving it to, and everybody says defense wins championships.
Which it does.
If you want to bump some statistics here,
Celtics got the defense.
Celtics got the defense, the best defense in the history of the league, mind you. They're the first team in NBA history to be ranked number 1 in every single measurable metric for a defensive stat. All right, they're the first team in NBA history where their starting 5 all got at least 1 vote for Defensive Player of the Year. The man who won Defensive Player of the Year is Marcus Smart, who is one of their starting players. And you know what? He was ranked number 4 on defense if you look at the metrics for that team.
Jesus.
That's fucking sickening. That's some
real
fucking
life numbers for your
serious
fucking ass
fucking
right there.
defense. But you want to do the flip side. You want to talk about
The greatest shooting backcourt in the history of basketball.
The fucking best shooter in the history of basketball. The best 3-shooter in the history. It's fucking Steph Curry. If you go starting 5 against starting 5, you're going to say the best player on either team is Steph fucking Curry. There's no debating that. That motherfucker is a weapon. But he does not play defense. He's not a two-way player.
I was going to say, it depends on what your definition of the best is.
Absolutely.
I'm going all-around best.
So if you look at the starting 5, the Warriors have 1 two-way player in their starting 5. And then they've got 2 offensive specialists and 2 defensive specialists. If you go over to the Boston Celtics, their entire starting, you can go probably 4 deep into their bench, are all two-way players that can fucking score like a motherfucker and play defense like a motherfucker.
Al Horford is going to win Finals MVP.
Oh my God. Now. I would be so happy.
I'm calling it right now.
Big Al's my guy.
Averaging 12 points, 15 rebounds, a block and a half, and a steal with 4 assists, my G.
Fuck yeah.
I'm calling it right now.
Let's do it. I'm with it, man. Al Horford is my guy. When he left the Celtics, I was so sad. I was like, what? The Celtics knew exactly what he was doing. He was going to go over to Philadelphia and get himself a big-ass payday, and he did that, $126 million in the fucking bank.
I know niggas in Atlanta are sick right now.
Right. He's 2 years later back playing for the motherfucking Celtics. Right. On that Philadelphia money.
Yeah, there you go. Get that check, boy.
But clearly and obviously, I'm going with the Celtics. I'm going to say Celtics in 6, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be 7 games. It's going to be one of those motherfucking series.
They always are. There's no way you're not going to get the maximum amount of money if you don't make it to game 7.
That's very true.
Shit is rigged. It's rigged. Goddamn, it's rigged.
Shit is rigged. So what are you guys thinking? Who you guys got in this? Defense or offense?
I'm always going to go with defense, especially, factor in the point. I fucking hate the Warriors.
Oh, yeah, man.
I hate the Warriors.
They don't even play in Oakland anymore. Fuck
exactly.
They left Oakland. Fuck them.
They went to San Francisco.
It's one of those things, like even after they got their big 3 and all that and drafted everybody, nobody was checking for the Warriors until they won. And then everybody jumped on the dick. And I fucking hate Steph Curry with a passion, so fuck Steph Curry and his ugly baby. And
his little red beard.
And I love Klay Thompson. Hopefully Klay Thompson stays healthy through this whole thing. Fuck Draymond Green. He needs to get hit by a bus walking through the fucking arena.
He's old, man. He got that gray beard.
You know what? I'm gonna be bold right now. I'm so confident in Boston's defense. I'm taking the Celtics in 5, baby. Woo! Celtics in 5. Al Horford Finals MVP.
I would love that. Al Horford winning the Eastern Conference Finals. He got a $5 million payday just winning that series. Yeah. He gets another $13 million when they win the motherfucking championship.
To Al Horford, that's fucking chump change.
Yeah, because like I just said, he just took $120 million.
He probably just put it in one of his kids' bank accounts.
He probably will.
Right. There you go, like the dumb one. Like, you ain't gonna make it very far in life. Here's some money.
Right. Oh yeah. What you think, old Whiskey Willie? Who you got in this one?
I'm gonna say Celtics in 6.
Woo!
Good.
Shane O'Mac down on the end.
I just don't know what's going on. So, Golden State in extra innings by a field goal.
There you go. Fuck yeah.
Touchdown!
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Chris Mullin.
Speaking of the Golden State Warriors, I'm going to give a shout out to my dog, Tino. Miss you, bro. Your team's fucking going down this year. Y'all already got yours.
Yep.
It's a shout out and a shout down.
That's right.
And just for that, it's going to be Golden State in 4.
Probably.
Oh, God.
No, all these words I've just said probably just wrote me a check I can't cash.
Yeah, you're getting.
He's going to fucking get me, bro.
They're currently just lost game 1 right now.
They ain't lost that shit yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Anyways, y'all heard it here. Motherfucking Celtics in 6. And I'm going to let you know. What was I going to say? Oh,
I don't know.
Down there on 6th Avenue, there's a spot. I had a really foggy memory there for a second. A little bit hazy, a little bit dazed, maybe a little bit confused.
It's cloudy for sure.
Hey, I've been hanging out at the motherfucking hippie house. 3109 6th Avenue in Tacoma, Washington, the premier glass emporium and all that matter. Don't forget to hit these guys up. They got fucking great deals on glass. Their fucking store is immaculate. They've got so much cool shit in there. You can get jewelry if you want. You got your little your med thing on you there? He's got it on him.
Of course, because the powwow goes anywhere.
That's right. The
and everywhere.
Powwow can happen anytime.
My Medtainer.
That's right.
This little wonderful device here, waterproof. You can drop it in the lake, whatever. It's gonna float. It's gonna keep your powwow dry, and it's a storage device and a grinder. So make sure to check that out at the Hippie House, 3109 6th Ave, and tell them the Chief and the Powwow and the AXC podcast sent you.
And he's
not gonna get you nothing for free. but it's always good for promotion.
Absolutely.
He ships, and Florida, they got the hurricanes coming, so that might be coming in right there.
There you go.
All you potheads down there in the fucking rain central.
Right.
But anyways, I got to hashtag my hashtag and get the fuck up out of here. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.